The internet is practically on fire right now, and the legendary Carter-Kardashian rivalry has just reached a completely new, heartbreaking, and shocking level that nobody saw coming. We have all been sitting back watching the quiet, unspoken tension between these two powerhouse families for over a decade. But what started as a Cold War between Jay-Z and Kanye West has officially trickled down to the next generation, and the gloves are completely off. The world was already spinning when a private, heavily guarded group chat belonging to Blue Ivy's inner circle allegedly leaked, revealing that Blue was absolutely disgusted by North West's new chaotic punk aesthetic, dragging her clothes, her piercings, and even her public presentation. But if you thought the Kardashian camp was just going to sit back and take that kind of public humiliation, you clearly do not know Kris Jenner, and you definitely do not know Kim Kardashian. Insiders close to Calabasas are now reporting a total nuclear meltdown behind closed doors, with a devastated and furious Kim Kardashian literally breaking down in tears during an emergency PR and legal meeting, crying out the words that have now sent shockwaves through the entire entertainment industry. "Blue Ivy hates my daughter, and she is actively trying to ruin her life. This isn't just standard playground pettiness or teenage drama anymore, honey. This is a multi-billion-dollar war of pop culture dominance, where real bloodlines are clashing, and Kim Kardashian is reportedly executing the ultimate retaliation by completely blackballing Blue Ivy from the entire Kardashian kingdom. We are talking about a total, systematic lockout where Blue Ivy's name has been permanently erased from every high-profile guest list, every elite VIP circle, and straight-up banned from the reality TV cameras that fuel the Kardashian empire. The stakes have never been higher, and to truly understand how a leaked group chat pushed Kim Kardashian to tears and triggered a permanent Hollywood border closure, we have to look at the spectacular explosion that just happened behind the velvet ropes of an elite industry afterparty. To get the full picture, we have to trace this back to the moment North West decided to completely shed her reality TV child persona and step out into the world rocking a full, chaotic punk aesthetic. We are talking about bright blue pigtails, baggy, heavy gothic clothing, new angel bite lip piercings, and metallic studs on her nose and cheeks. North has been leaning entirely into this edgy, unpredictable vibe, viewing her body as a literal canvas for self-expression, heavily influenced by the raw, anti-establishment energy of her father, Kanye West. While fans of authentic artistry were praising North for being a bold trendsetter, the elite circles of hip-hop royalty were looking on with deep judgment. Allegedly, when Blue Ivy saw these paparazzi photos circulating from Paris and Los Angeles, she did not hold her tongue. The leaked screenshots from her private inner circle revealed that Blue called North's new look a total unpresentable mess, allegedly going straight for the jugular by mocking North's hygiene, claiming her facial studs looked red, irritated, and cheap, and even making borderline body-shaming remarks about North using baggy clothes to hide her weight gain. When these brutal comments leaked, it didn't just hurt North. It struck a nerve deep inside Kim Kardashian's soul. For years, Kim has fought an uphill battle against the elitist music industry crowd who viewed her family as nothing more than reality TV famous, while treating Beyoncé and Jay-Z like untouchable royalty. An insider embedded within the Calabasas camp revealed that when Kim saw the internet heavily dragging North based on Blue Ivy's alleged private critiques, she completely broke down. Kim was reportedly in tears, venting to her close confidants about the immense pressure North faces every single day, just for trying to find her own identity. Kim's raw, emotional reaction wasn't just about the words typed in a group chat. It was the realization that Blue Ivy, a literal Grammy winner who is shielded by the flawless, meticulously polished Beyoncé PR machine, was using her massive cultural influence to push North into a trashy, unrefined box. Kim reportedly cried out that Blue Ivy's disgust wasn't accidental. It was a calculated attempt to publicly destroy North's credibility, just as North is trying to build her own independent music and fashion legacy. But as the tears dried, the classic Kardashian survival instinct kicked in, and Kim immediately pivoted from a grieving mother to a ruthless strategist. If the Carters wanted to project silent, hierarchical judgment onto her daughter, Kim was going to ensure Blue Ivy paid the ultimate price in social currency. Insiders are spilling that Kim has used her massive industry leverage to initiate a total lockout of Blue Ivy from any event controlled by the Kardashian-Jenner machine. This became glaringly obvious during the recent high-profile celebrations where North officially stepped into her teenage years. Blue Ivy's name was completely missing from the heavily guarded guest list, signaling a permanent ban from North's entire social circle. Kim's reasoning behind the ban is incredibly calculated. She knows exactly how the media ecosystem works. If Blue Ivy steps foot into a Kardashian event, the headlines the next morning are never going to be about North's outfits, North's cake, or North's creative milestones. The global press cycle would instantly be hijacked by Blue Ivy's presence, her attitude, and how Beyoncé's daughter was interacting with the room. Kim is officially refusing to let the Carter name overshadow her daughter's narrative ever again. Beyond the birthday parties and the social circles, this ban has reached a logistical nightmare level due to the inner workings of corporate Hollywood contracts. As we all know, everything with the Kardashians eventually comes down to a massive check and a rolling camera crew. The Kardashians on Hulu is constantly filming, and Kim's children are absolutely central to the multi-million-dollar storylines driving that platform. Rumor has it that in the past, Beyoncé and Jay-Z have maintained an incredibly tight grip on Blue Ivy's image, explicitly enforcing a strict rule that if Blue attends any social gatherings, she is absolutely forbidden from appearing in any social media videos or reality television footage. In fact, industry whispers suggest that the Carters flat-out refuse to sign the standard visual release forms required by the Disney-owned streaming platform to broadcast Blue's face. Instead of dealing with the exhausting headache of blurring Blue Ivy out of North's life like a common stranger, Kim allegedly decided it was vastly easier to just shut the door completely. By enforcing this ban, Kim is essentially telling Beyoncé that if the Kardashian lifestyle and public eye are too chaotic or messy for the pristine Carter standards, then Blue Ivy can stay firmly inside her heavily protected mansion. However, we cannot sit here and pretend that this intense fallout is just standard teenage playground pettiness. To understand the true depth of why Kim Kardashian was pushed to tears and why Blue Ivy is facing a total lockout, we have to look at the massive, decades-long elephant in the room. The spectacular, toxic disintegration of the brotherhood between Jay-Z and Kanye West. Years ago, Jay and Kanye were the undisputed kings of hip-hop, operating closer than real brothers. Kanye idolized Jay-Z, dedicating tracks like Big Brother to his mentor, and famously throwing his entire career on the line at the 2009 VMAs to declare that Beyoncé deserved Taylor Swift's award. They watched the throne together, toured the globe together, and built an empire side by side. But the exact moment Kanye West chose to marry Kim Kardashian, the foundation of that brotherhood began to crack under the weight of immense cultural judgment. The ultimate public slap in the face occurred in 2014, when Beyoncé and Jay-Z notoriously skipped Kim and Kanye's highly publicized wedding in Italy without offering any formal explanation, choosing instead to post casual vacation selfies on social media that exact same day. Kanye was deeply, permanently hurt by this abandonment from the people he considered family. The resentment turned toxic during Kanye's St. Pablo tour, where he stood on an elevated stage in Seattle and directly blasted Jay-Z for failing to check on his family after Kim Kardashian was brutally robbed at gunpoint in Paris. In an unhinged, emotional rant, Kanye screamed into the microphone that Jay-Z needed to stop calling him from a distance and actually bring his kids over to the house, revealing to the entire world that their daughters, Blue Ivy and North West, had never even played together. The animosity only escalated as the mothers got involved. While Kim tried to publicly play nice by calling Beyoncé the sweetest person, eyewitnesses at industry events noted they barely spoke a word to each other unless the cameras were flashing. There is even a wild, highly circulated industry rumor that Kim once gifted Beyoncé a luxury $150,000 gold-boxed makeup kit, only for Beyoncé to allegedly hand it over to hospital staff without ever opening it. This deep-seated parental bitterness completely poisoned the well for the children, ensuring that Blue Ivy and North West grew up absorbing the silent fury of their respective households. Kanye West eventually took the warfare to an unforgivable level, embarking on multiple public rants attacking the validity of the Carter-Knowles legacy, even targeting Beyoncé's twins and launching highly provocative, unhinged social media campaigns aimed directly at Beyoncé's mother, Tina Knowles. When Kanye teamed up with the rapper The Game to drop a wild, disrespectful track mocking the matriarch of the Carter family, the line was permanently crossed. There was absolutely no universe left where Kim Kardashian could allow Beyoncé's daughter into her home after the father of her children spent an entire press cycle attempting to publicly humiliate Blue Ivy's grandmother. The grown-up pettiness created a permanent boundary, and the kids are now officially paying the financial and emotional price for a war they didn't start. But if the Carter PR machine intentionally allowed whispers of Blue Ivy's disgust to leak to firmly establish her as the superior, classy, high-fashion IT girl, they severely underestimated North West's resilience. Sources close to the Calabasas crew are reporting that North isn't sitting in her bedroom crying over Blue Ivy's critiques about her weight or her dirty piercings. In fact, North is reportedly laughing right in Blue's face, engaging in a brilliant level of psychological warfare. North's inner circle is claiming that North views Blue Ivy as a manufactured, media-trained robot who is completely trapped inside a gold PR cage. North has allegedly been telling her friends that Blue Ivy's venomous insults are nothing more than pure, unadulterated projection born out of extreme jealousy over North's absolute freedom. While Blue Ivy is forced to endure grueling, 4-hour dance rehearsals under the strict supervision of Beyoncé to preserve a pristine family legacy, North gets to live her life entirely on her own terms. She gets to experiment with fashion, dye her hair crazy colors, put metal studs on her face, fail publicly, make chaotic TikToks, and build a massive empire based on her raw, unfiltered, authentic self. North's counterattack is incredibly simple yet devastating. She believes Blue Ivy is hate watching her life from the shadows, furious that her own mother would never allow her the freedom to breathe without permission. This entire dynamic finally exploded into physical reality during a recent, highly exclusive industry after-party in Los Angeles, where both teenagers were spotted in the exact same VIP room. Eyewitnesses claim the body language between the two spoke absolute volumes, illustrating that the Cold War has fully manifested in the new generation. Blue Ivy reportedly kept her back completely turned to North, utilizing her heavily protected circle of friends to build a human wall, treating North with a level of royal silence and cold dismissal. North, true to her chaotic rockstar lineage, refused to be ignored, deliberately laughing loudly, dancing energetically, and making vibrant jokes right next to Blue's table to disrupt the polished atmosphere. Insiders believe this tense, silent standoff is exactly what triggered Blue Ivy's group chat explosion later that night, as she allegedly complained to her friends that it was utterly exhausting to share elite spaces with someone who behaves like a reality TV caricature rather than a professional artist. Now, the entire entertainment landscape is completely fractured down the middle as the public chooses their sides in this generational war. One half of the internet is fiercely destroying Kim Kardashian, accusing her of severe maternal negligence for allowing a 13-year-old child to radically modify her face with adult piercings, matching North's punk outfits, just to generate easy algorithmic headlines and cheap internet clicks. They argue that Kim is exploiting her own daughter's rebellious phase to keep the Kardashian brand relevant against the timeless, respected royalty of the Carters. But on the other side, the ultimate defenders of North West are completely living for her unfiltered freedom, viewing her as a creative genius who is bravely channeling the legendary rock star spirit of Kanye West. They point out that North paints museum-quality art, raps on global tracks, and is completely unbothered by the elitist judgment of the high-fashion crowd. At the end of the day, we are witnessing a multi-billion-dollar pop culture chess game where two young teenage girls are being utilized as the ultimate pawns for family dominance. The borders between Calabasas and the Carter Mansion are permanently closed. The visual release forms are burned, and the historical bloodlines have officially drawn their battle lines. But I am absolutely dying to know whose side you are on in this nuclear fallout. Do you think Kim Kardashian was completely justified in crying out for her daughter and enforcing a total social lockout against Blue Ivy? Or do you think the Kardashian camp is just playing the victim to stay relevant against the unmatched power of Beyoncé and Jay-Z? Are you Team Blue Ivy and her polished, royal perfection? Or are you Team Northwest and her wild, unfiltered rockstar freedom? Drop your deepest theories, your hot takes, and your ultimate predictions in the comment section right now, because you already know I will be down there breaking down the tea and reading every single comment. If you want to stay ahead of the game and watch me continue to rip open the velvet curtains of Hollywood's darkest celebrity wars, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a single drop of this high-stakes drama. Stay safe out there, trust absolutely no one, and keep your eyes wide open. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.